Hello everyone, and welcome back to Firethem Plays RimWorld. Now, in our last episode, we have managed to get some great base going on. This is going to be super awesome in the near future. We also managed to dig almost this entire area out of its useful components. There still are some that interest me, but we won't get to those yet. And there are two things I noticed before starting this episode. Is first of all, this bear, who is our extreme hero, because he's the one that attacked the buffalo that was carrying all the good stuff we now have. He's not hungry yet, but that's going to happen soon. So I'm going to give a hunt order, and Firethem's going to take care of that as soon as he's done mining this thing. And the reason why I'm doing that is that this bear is pretty close to our base, and the next thing he's going to do is attack us. And nobody wants that, because we're awesome. One of the things I could also do, and I'm going to do actually right now, because we can only do this in the summer, since it's slightly over 0 outside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some growing zones here, which will be trees. Just like that. And no, just 2. Wait, I'm going to cancel that. It doesn't work like that. I will delete this zone. So we're going to make it 2 zone of trees. As far as I can. Why can't I build there? Alright. Of course I'm not going to put them in the middle of... Why would you do that? Why would you separate? Okay, so as I was saying, well, it's gonna separate anyway. Jesus Christ. This is annoying. I'm not going to... Let me think. I'm not gonna prevent the entrance to our base. The reason why I want to plant some trees, and eventually on this side too, is because those areas are gonna be risky when it comes to enemies trying to come from special angles. So I want to avoid this as much as possible, and to do that I will simply add some trees to make it harder to get there. They won't cover anything, they won't prevent us from going where we want to go, and it's gonna look nice, which is a good thing, because our base right now, it looks pretty shitty, as long as we're outside of the base. So we're going to plant, let's go with it, oak trees. The reason I want oak trees is because they take a long time to grow, which means we won't have to take care of them. And they will also give us some good wood once they're done. Oak. Might as well start the time again. Oak. Wait. Grizzly bear revenge. No! Or, well, I don't care. I knew Firethem wasn't in no danger. He's awesome. And I think that's it for now. So those trees are going to be a weird defense against enemies who try to attack us from angles we haven't prepared for. It's not going to be worth all that much, but it's better than nothing. And again, it will look pretty. I'm also going to cut down the trees that are not in those areas. We have building to do, and we can't wait for trees to stop being in the way. Firethem's cutting everything. Firethem doesn't care. He kills everything. Right. So we are going to stop this melting slag because we've removed the area here from its stuff, And we're gonna wait until making this a usable area. Reason for that is there's no need for our stone cutters to go everywhere to get the stone. We want to have the stone ready for them in this area. That's why we've built it. That is a crappy stool. Let me tell you that. Alright, so there are no areas here that are not touched by our orbital trade beacons. So everything's alright. So one thing I've noticed is our electricity is actually going down. The reason for that is mainly because, well, this sentry is still powered, and because we have 50 million moisture pumps, which take all 150 watts, which is not much, honestly, but it's still enough to let us reconsider, like, what do we want in the future? And I can't help but notice that Valdez has... Alright, Valdez is sowing, but it's taking forever. Spare nothing, I guess. And we have enough rice for Jesse to have work to do until the end of time. Oh, ooh, perfect. Alright, so as I've mentioned at the end of the last episode, we want to start making bionics, and to do that we need to do simple prosthetics first. So Rothschild will take care of that. And now we have some new power, which is the advanced geothermal generator. And we cannot, that is what I was hoping would not happen, is that we cannot build on top of the last one. So we'll have to actually remove it and then build the advanced one. It's not a problem, but that means we have to be extremely ready for that to happen. And for that we need 450 steel, which we have 300 of. We have a lot of it here, but I think our haulers actually went to get the chunks first, which isn't bad, but now we don't need chunks anymore. We need steel. This area doesn't matter all that much. I know we've asked some of these to be caught up, but I'm going to cancel it. Just for now, just because we don't need it yet. Colin, why are you not hauling? Oh, you're not hauling because you're a stone maker. There you go, bro. Go do your stuff. I'd rather he was hauling, but it's okay. I can't be mad at him. He's such a cool dude. He's taking care of us and everything. I'm gonna build a new lamp here. Just because this is dark. I don't understand why it's so dark in this room and not as dark in these. Our tree army is going great. And Firelight, why are you walking on the marsh, girl? That's just stupid. And Valdez is the first to be pissed, I guess, as always. It's an ugly environment. I can't blame her. She's right. It's ugly. It's outside, I mean. It's Mother Nature and everything. Although I'm thinking now, yeah, I know about that. Mia, who I think is our other smith. But Mia can actually haul. So I will make her a hauler first. Won't be forever, but at least for a while. And I can't believe that we cannot have more art done. Although I can't believe that we should try to move our blocks somewhere else, because we don't need it to be inside, and we're never going to sell it, so there's no point in having it there. So I'm thinking about moving it here. Or should I move it here? I really don't know. Yeah, there's no health bar under there, so like wood can actually break down if left to the elements. And no, that's not wood, but wood can, and components too, but blocks, they cannot break down. So I'm gonna make a new zone. Oh no, wait, we have an area for that. This is perfect. So this will be a new stockpile zone, and this is going to be entirely only for blocks, not chunks. Is it raw? Yeah, stone blocks. And this will not have stone blocks anymore. Perfect. So this is going to clear up all of this area. The haulers will have a ton of work to do. And I'm actually going to build a door between them, because there's just no need to have this be a difficult path. We get more cargo pods. This is great. I love cargo pods. They're always free stuff. And oh shit balls, 21 goddamn fine meals. This is awesome. Is it Christmas yet? Ooh, you know, I called for a slate sculpture and they gave me a slate sculpture. And I'm gonna give it to Firelight because it's almost like Firethem, and Firethem deserves a sculpture. He's already got one, don't worry about it. He got it first. Alright, this is great. I do wish Firethem was doing something more useful, but I guess it's alright. Ooh, although, do we have 450 steel now? We have a lot more. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Firethem will deconstruct, and he will be in charge of making everything right. So that's the power, and boom. Perfect. Now, give me a second. Sorry about that. So, Firethem will now build. Alright, we've. I mean, I was scared we didn't have enough power, but we. Not enough steel, but we have quite a lot. So, this is perfect. And with that, I just hope that we will get the. How are you gaining power? Oh, because they're at full. Or is that? This is not making any power yet. It's gonna make some soon, but not yet. Alright, alright, alright. Let's do this. And boom. Oh shit, this is double. This is worth 2. Slightly more than 2. That is awesome. So, of course, now our batteries are going to be filled to the brim, which is amazing. This is exactly what we need. I should let stone blocks come here too, but I will make this a critical priority. So, blocks actually come here first. And then they will go here. But we do have so many things going around. I wish we could find a trader that would buy all of this crap. So the melee weapons, they're just terrible. I mean, maybe we could disassemble them. Oh, damn. Okay, there's so many things here. Cleaner bot, hauler bot. Wait, we can make bots out of this? Seriously? Let's say if I want to make a hauler bot? What does it need? Oh, this is stupid. This is so stupidly cheap, actually. Because this is just steel and components. Whereas this is plasteel and components. Oh, wait. 1 steel, 5 components. 20 plasteel, 10 silver, and 2 of the precedent. So that's 15 plasteel. That's 35 plasteel. Well, this costs plasteel, basically. I didn't know we could make bots out of the machine table, but honestly, I won't be using that. I think it's a bit overpowered. Although we can make weapons, which is awesome, and I'm gonna probably make some suit. By suit I meant soon, because I was reading suit at the time. So we can make GD weapons, GJI weapons, YP weapons. Ooh, the dual wield shard pistol is what Firethem holds. Yeah, and they're in excellent condition still at 65%. But that means that as soon as Firethem is done carrying those weapons, when they're depleted, we will make more. Alright, so everybody has pretty much gone to take the steel here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plan with Firethem as soon as he's back. I don't want to... I'm going to let him finish his job first. So as soon as Firethem is back, I will build the other geothermal generator. And the combat supplier is exactly what we needed, because they're going to buy the melee weapons. I certainly hope so. Yes, they will. Perfect. This is awesome. Ooh, crap. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Damn. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna buy the components, which there's only 2 of. I'm gonna buy the medicine, because I realize we are short on that. A brain pod. What is that? It is a computer with a direct brain interface. Helps with blood filtration, consciousness, and sight. I have no idea what that is. Kind of want to try it though. We'll see. We want to keep the rib. We want to keep the silent jaw. Right now, we want to keep the arm. Although we do want the foot and hand. So maybe like this, and we'll see if that's a good idea. Because feet and hands are actually super useful when they're advanced, because they will give plus 25% to moving and plus 25% to manipulation, which is great. So we're gonna sell everything else. Don't need the melee weapons. Alright. This is gonna leave so much space for more stuff. Do you see this? This is 200 bucks for a huge two-handed weapon. I mean, it's cheaper than real life, that's for sure. Pistols we don't want. We want to keep the AK-47. Do we want to keep the heat cannon? No, we do not. The reason why we don't want it is because it takes 6 seconds, well, 7 seconds to fire, which is just ridiculous. You shoot once and then you can never fire again. A pulse rifle. Do we want that? Wait, is that all? Oh no, that's... It's not too bad. The aiming though is terrible. There's a lot of range on it, it's not worth it. Again, we keep the grenades and we sell the parkas. The nerf suit helmet allow for better move speed, but for lower accuracy. And this is great for melee combat, but not for range combat as we're doing right now. And we don't have enough money, so we will not take... what do we want? The foot or the hand? The hand allows for better manipulation, but I think getting to where we want to be is more important than grabbing more stuff. So we're gonna buy the foot, but we're just going to hold it for now. I kind of want to give it to Firethem, but yeah, he's already got one bionic arm. He doesn't need another one. So I'm probably gonna give it to Firethem, but I'm gonna wait because there's always a chance he gets hit on the foot, and that means we can replace it. But if we replace it before he's hit, then it's gone for. So why are these not? Oh, because they're right. So we're going to designate this because basically they're connected to the same network that the turrets were. Candy, no, Valdez is doing it. Okay, so now we want to deconstruct this, and Firethem is gonna go take care of that. And Firethem is going to build a new advanced geothermal generator. And with that, it will take care of every kind of need we had for electricity. It does cost us 32 plasteel, and that's going to be 64 because we've got 2 of them. But 2 advanced generators like that are worth 4 generators. So that's awesome. Even a little bit more. So you simply can't go wrong with this. And the next step I'm going to do, since we're going to make so much energy, as you can see it's just piling on, we are going to build more batteries in this area. It's a small place, but there's more space for, I think, a chunk of spacecraft. There's more space for at least 2 of them, and we're gonna have to add 1 more fuse, but other than that, it'll be pretty good. And we'll get to go through the mountain at some point, but not yet. I'm still very scared about infestations. We haven't seen those yet, mostly for 2 reasons. First, because I've got a mod that made it so that the first year we wouldn't get infestations, although we're almost at 2.5 years. And because we didn't have areas under mountains, but now we do here. And we do have a small one here, but I've blocked it off, so I don't know just how good it will work. Just realized we have some machinery here. We're gonna get rid of that. And now basically the only thing we don't have right now is good rooms for everybody and an actual TV for our joy room. Or pleasure room, depending on how you want to call it. As far as food goes, as always, we have much more than needed, and Jesse just cannot create food fast enough. Ooh, perfect. We now have simple prosthetics, which means that we have bionics available. And Rothschild will take care of that. Now, bionics are going to take a while, probably at least 2 episodes. But once we get that, we get to replace the ribs Firethem has lost with the painkiller rib replacement. And do we have another one? I think we don't only have the one. Foot, jaw, painkiller rib. We sold the 2 power arms. Okay, so we only have 1 rib yet, but we'll get more in the future. I wish we could build an advanced stove though, because right now this is cooking pretty slowly. It's in production, and yeah, we can't even make it out of something else. It's only working with steel and components. Is there anything we could want that we don't have yet? The drug lab may be useful in the future, but not yet. we've got everything here. We don't want the nutrient paste dispenser because we have all the food we need, and this gives terrible food that remove some morale from our friends. Prosthetics bench, we won't make prosthetics yet. We don't need to, because buying them outright costs a lot less. Do we have a... This is a weapons... No, this is not. Okay, so we could build a weapons assembly table and see if we can't make some things we can't do with the machining table. And that's it. Oh, maybe a smithy. Non-mechanical weapons and tools. Yeah, no, that's not necessary. There are a lot of things here that I'd be very interested in trying though. So we're gonna see how things go in the future, but I'm thinking about maybe trying some other things here. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But right now I think things went extremely well. We've got the new generators and our group couldn't be happier. So I'm going to end this episode on a good note. And I'm going to say that if you have any questions or comments, please, I would love to chat with you guys. So if you could leave them in the box below, that would be amazing. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it. If you have the time, and that time would be very small, I would really appreciate it if you would like the video and subscribe to the channel. And you'll see all the updates I have to offer you in the future. In any case, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.